your spine straight. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in, hold it there. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं यो अन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं Pranam Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam. Pranams to the Lord. Pranams to all the Mahatmas present in tonight's Bhagavatamrita. We have done first 5 mantras of Gita Mahatmya in the last class. So first we'll revise that before we go ahead. Hold the text in front of you and try to follow with me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shrimad Bhagawatha Mahatmyam Atha Prathamodhyayaha Satchidananda Rupaya Vishvotpatyadihetane Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha Yam Pravrajantamanupetamapeta-krityam Dvaipayano Virahakatara Ajuhava Putreti Tanmayataya Taravobhineduhu Tam Sarvabhuta Hridayam Munimanatosmi Naimishe Sutamasinam Abhivadya Mahamatim Kathamritarasasvada Kushala Shaunako Bravit Shaunaka Vacha Ajnanadvanta Vidvamsa Koti Surya Samaprabha Sutakyahi Kathasaram Mama Karna Rasayanam Bhakti Jnana Viragaptaha Viveko Vardhate Mahat Maya Moha Nirasascha Vaishnavai Kriyate Katham Iha Ghore Kalau Kriyate Katham. We have done till here. Today we have to learn Dhyana Shlokas. But in this Shaunaka Vacha, there are 3 verses before Sutta begins to say. So we will complete these 3 verses as a completion with our Mahatmya, and then go back to learn the Dhyana Shloka in today's class. Then next week onwards, we start the class with the Dhyana Shlokas. But what are those shlokas we need to chant? First, we need to know, right? So we'll do that after we at least touch the base with the text and the continuity is maintained. Okay, so let's start. The kids come in first. Sharanya, Shrikar. Let's go with the mantra number 6. Gita Mahatmya, chapter 1. Continuing. You have it in front of you, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's begin. इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः.
इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः.
Gha Mahaprana.
ओ इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः.
इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः.
जीवश्चासुरताङ्गतः.
जीवश्वासुरताङ्गतः.
जीवश्चा
जीवश्चासुरताङ्गतः.
जीवश्चासुरताङ्गतः.
not tan. Tangatah.
जीवश्चासुरताङ्गतः.
Do you say Ganga?
गंगा. ओ
Tangatah.
ताङ्गतः.
Repeat.
जीवश्चासुरताङ्गतः.
Correct.
ओ
क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तस्यैव.
क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तस्यैव.
क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तस्यैव.
तस्यैव.
यैव.
Again.
क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तस्यैव.
क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तस्यैव. क्रान्त.
क्रान्त.
क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य.
क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तस्यैव.
Very good. शोधने किं परायणम्.
शोधने किं परायणम्.
शोधने किं परायणम्.
इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः. जीवश्चासुरताङ्गतः.
इह घोरे कलौ कलं प्रायः.
Kalam no. Kalau, my dear. Where is Anuswara? Kalau.
Where, auntie?
See, iha ghore kalau and not kalam.
Oh. इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः. जीवश्चासुरताङ्गतः.
Perfect.
इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः. जीवश्चासुरताङ्गतः.
Not taung. Tangatah.
अङ्गतः.
Again.
इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः. जीवश्चासुरताङ्गतः.
Not tan. Tangatah. Ganga. Tangatah. क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तस्यैव. शोधने किं परायणम्.
क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तस्यैव. शोधने किं परायणम्.
Very good.
क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तस्यैव. शोधने किं परायणम्.
Very good. Go for the full verse.
इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः.
इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः.
इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः. जीवश्चासुरताङ्गतः. क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तस्यैव. शोधने किं परायणम्.
Very good.
इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः. जीवश्चासुरताङ्गतः. क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तस्यैव. शोधने किं परायणम्.
Very good. इह घोरे कलौ प्रायः. जीवश्चासुरताङ्गतः क्लेशाक्रान्तस्य तस्यैव शोधने किं परायणम्. We have Jayant and okay, only Jayant. There's nobody to accompany Jayant.
Shreyas.
Shreyas. No, Shreyas can do with you, Sharda ji.
Okay.
Not
Actually,
Shreyas.
my mother
Sorry?
and father are here also.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see. Okay, I didn't see. Oh, all three of you are there. Fantastic. Okay, we go for the seventh verse. Shreyasan yad bhavet shreyah. Shreyasai anuswara is near. Yad bhavet shreyah. Cha mahaprana. Shreyasan yad bhavet shreyah.
श्रेयसां यत् भवेत् श्रेयः
श्रेयसां यद् भवेत् श्रेयः श्रेयसां यद् भवेत् श्रेयः
Shreyasan yad nasal.
श्रेयसां यद् भवेत् श्रेयः
Very good. Pavananam cha pavanam.
पावनानां च पावनं
पावनानां च पावनं
Krishna. Sorry.
पावनानां च पावनं
Krishna praptikaram shashvat.
कृष्ण प्राप्तिकरं शश्वत्
कृष्ण प्राप्तिकरं शश्वत् कृष्ण प्राप्तिकरं शश्वत्
Sadhanam tatvadadhuna.
साधनं तद्वधातु
Tadvad adhuna. Sadhanam tadvadadhuna.
साधनं तद्वदाधुना
Correct.
साधनं तद्वदाधुना साधनं तद्वद् साधनं तद्वदाधुना.
So the word is tadvad adhuna. Tadvad adhuna. Tadvad adhuna. Tadvad adhuna. Tadvadadhuna. Got it.
Okay. Auntie,
So it is. You want to repeat Shad?
Sadhanam tadvadadhuna.
Very good. Shreyasan yad bhavet shreyah. Pavananam cha pavanam.
श्रेयसां यद् भवेत् श्रेयः पावनानां च पावनम्
श्रेयसां यद् भवेत् श्रेयः पावनानां च पावनम् श्रेयसां यद् भवेत् श्रेयः पावनानां च पावनम्
Krishna praptikaram shashvat. Sadhanam tadvadadhuna.
कृष्ण प्राप्तिकरं शश्वत् साधनं तद्वदाधुना
कृष्ण प्राप्तिकरं शश्वत् साधनं तद्वदाधुना कृष्ण प्राप्तिकरं शश्वत् साधनं तद्वदा sorry may I repeat again कृष्ण प्राप्तिकरं शश्वत् साधनं तद्वदाधुना.
Perfect.
श्रेयसां यद् भवेत् श्रेयः पावनानां च पावनम् कृष्ण प्राप्तिकरं शश्वत्
Krishna? Did you say Krishna?
Yeah, sorry.
So then the meaning will become opposite. Prapti will be. Krishna prapti kara.
sorry. श्रेयसां यद् भवेत् श्रेयः पावनानां च पावनं कृष्णप्राप्तिकरो शाश्वत साधनं
Shashwat, not Shashwat, Shashwat.
कृष्णप्राप्तिकरो शाश्वत साधनं तद्वदानु
Tadvad adhuna, adhuna, now.
साधनं तद्वदानु. Sorry, I'll do it later.
Okay.
श्रेयसां यद्भवेत् श्रेयः पावनानां च पावनं कृष्णप्राप्तिकरं शश्वत् साधनं तद्वदाधुना
श्रेयसां यद् भवेत् श्रेयः पावनानां च पावनं कृष्ण प्राप्तिकरं शाश्वत साधनं sorry I'll repeat it. श्रेयसां यद् भवेत् श्रेयः पावनानां च पावनं
Pavana nancha. Pavana nancha pavana, not one.
श्रेयसां यद् भवेत् श्रेयः पावनानां च पावनं कृष्ण प्राप्तिकरं शाश्वत साधनं तद्वदाधुना.
Perfect.
I can. श्रेयसां यद् भवेत् श्रेयः पावनानां च पावनं कृष्णप्राप्तिकरो शाश्वत साधनं तद्वदाधुना.
Perfect. Shreyasan yad bhavet shreyah pavananan cha pavanam Krishna praptikaram shashvat sadhanam tadvadadhuna. Sahana, Omansi. Chinta manir loka sukham
चिन्तामणिर्लोकसुखम् चिन्तामणिर्लोकसुखम्
Suradrusvarga
सुरद्रुस्वर्गसम्पदम् सुरद्रुस्वर्गसम्पदम्
Prayachati Guruf Pritaha
प्रयच्छति गुरुः प्रीतः प्रयच्छति गुरुः प्रीतः
Vaikuntham Yogi Durlabham
वैकुण्ठं योगि दुर्लभम् वैकुण्ठं योगि दुर्लभम्
Chintamanir Loka Sukham Suradrusvarga Sampadam.
चिन्तामणिर्लोकसुखम् सूरदृस्
Ahaha, Surano. Suradru.
ओके आंटी सुरदृस्वर्गसम्पदम् चिन्तामणिर्लोकसुखम् सुरदृस्वर्गसम्पदम्
Prayachati Guruf Pritaha Vaikuntham Yogi Durlabham.
प्रयच्छति गुरुः प्रीतः वैकुण्ठं योगि दुर्लभम् प्रयच्छति गुरुः प्रीतः वैकुण्ठं योगि दुर्लभम् चिन्तामणिर्लोकसुखम् सुरदृस्वर्गसम्पदम् प्रयच्छति गुरुः प्रीतः वैकुण्ठं योगि दुर्लभम् चिन्तामणिर्लोकसुखम् सुरदृस्वर्गसम्पदम् प्रयच्छति गुरुः प्रीतः वैकुण्ठं योगि दुर्लभम्.
Very good. Chintamanir Loka Sukham Suradrusvarga Sampadam Prayachati Guruf Pritaha Vaikuntham Yogi Durlabham. So before we go to what Sutta is going to say, we go and complete first our Dhyana Shloka learning. So initially I had given one only Devanagari copy. So that would be the sequence. And then later I had shared one English for those who do not know to read. So from that we have to just select what we need and then only chant. So in that initial shlokas all are okay. But when that Shrikanta Matula comes, so you can strike that off. We don't chant Shrikanta Matula verse till Upasmahe. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 11th line, if you can see, then in that we are not chanting Shrikanta. So this instruction is only for those who are following the English. For Devanagari, they don't do anything. For the English one, where the Shrikanto Matulo comes, and then from there onwards, 4 lines, we will not be chanting. Okay. Then that Prahlada and all we will be chanting. All that is okay. Then when on the next one from top, Dhimahi, yes, that verse we will be doing. Tejovari. Vedyam Vastavam. So that is the 4th line from top. That we are not doing. Okay. Till Pipat Bhagawatha Rasam Alayam. This much part we will not do. That will be Pibata. Say about 4 lines from there. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. So that is not there. Then the last 2 lines. Tam Vyasa Sunum Upayami. That we are not doing on page 2. Then we go directly to the next page. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, we will do that. Devakinanda Haraya Paramatmane, that verse we will not do. Then the rest we will do. Then last some extra verses are there. Nevertheless, if I will just transliterate the other things and I will post it soon. This is just one makeshift reference. Those who have the Devanagari, the first one which I had posted, should continue. So we will have Sharada ji and Shreyas. Shuklambaradharam Vishnu Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam.
शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजम्
शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजम्
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये.
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये.
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये.
So those are following the Devanagari script. Wherever that halanta ma has come, you convert everything into an anuswara. So now we will do it together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shuklambaradharam Vishnu Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam. Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopasantaye.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shuklambaradharo Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam. Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopasantaye.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shuklambaradharam Vishnu Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam. Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopasantaye.
Perfect. Any kids, young adults I have missed? Anyone is there? All done? Okay, now adults can raise hands to volunteer. Okay, Dharniji and nobody wants to volunteer. Okay, Lataji. We'll start first. Ishvara Paramah Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha.
ईश्वरः परमः कृष्णः सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः
ईश्वरः परमः कृष्णः सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः.
So all the anuswaras, visargas, those who are new, follow Ishvaraf Paramah. So Paramah Krishna, and Krishna Satchidananda. So all the three are there for that tha sound, then lifting and dropping the voice, and visarga becoming sa. Ishvaraf Paramah Krishna Satchidananda. Okay. Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam.
अनादिरादिर गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणम्
अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणम्.
Go for the full verse.
ईश्वरः परमः कृष्णः सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः
That the D is getting dirgha and that R. Anadiradir Govinda. Go like that. Govindas.
अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः
Anadiradir is happening. No, the D is getting dirgha sound. Anadiradir Govinda Sarva.
अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणम्.
Correct.
ईश्वरः परमः कृष्णः सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणम्.
Very good. Ishvarah Paramah Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. Sajeev ji. Hamsa Nandini. So in that over there correction, Narayana here is not there in the Hindi one. Krishnan Narayanam Vande Krishnam Vande Vrajapriyam.
Krishnan, sorry.
Krishnam Narayanam Vande Krishnam Vande Vrajapriyam.
All the anuswaras. Krishnan anuswaras na. Narayanam anuswaras va. Krishnam anuswaras va. All the anuswaras should be corrected. Krishnan Narayanam Vande Krishnam Vande Vrajapriyam.
Krishnam Narayanam Vande Krishnam Vande Vrajapriyam.
Krishnan Narayanam Vande Krishnam Vande Vrajapriyam.
Krishnan Dvaipayanam Vande Krishnam Vande Prathasutam. Over here, last class, Sharada ji had asked question. So Prathasutam is Arjuna, Krishna is and Arjuna equaled over here. Okay, go ahead.
Krishnam Dvaipayanam.
Krishnan Nakara. Krishnan Dvaipa.
Krishnam Dvaipayanam Vande.
Vande Vakara. Vande is va. So Anuswara will become va. Krishnan Dvaipayanam Vande.
Krishnam Dvaipayanam Vande Krishnam Vande Prathasutam.
Krishnan Dvaipayanam Vande Krishnam Vande Prathasutam.
Full verses of Varshaji?
Yes.
Okay. कृष्णं नारायणं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे व्रजप्रियं कृष्णं द्वयपायनं
Krishnan Dvai Nakara. The is which?
The.
The, na. So ta varga is always anunasik is na. So there is not major confusion over there.
Okay. कृष्णं द्वैपायनं वन्दे कृष्णं
Vaipayanau Vande.
वैपायनं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे प्रतासुतं
कृष्णं नारायणं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे व्रजप्रियं कृष्णं द्वैपायनं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे पृथासुतम्.
Very good. When we chant, if we leave the camera on, then I can see actually the lip pronoun movement and correct pronouns. And then you can also be alert to watch my lip movement. So Hamsan and
Can I
the
chant?
forgo.
Okay.
Can I chant?
Krishnan, we don't interrupt the class. You have to raise your hand and wait in that queue. There are people. So we'll follow the class discipline. We raise the hand. You know how to use that raise hand option. Please raise and wait in that queue. When your turn comes, you will be asked. Hey, anybody who wants to volunteer, leave your camera open so that I can see your lip movement. When I make a pronunciation, you watch my lip movement. Keep your ears attentive. What is happening to that anuswara? So those who are absolutely new, definitely I'm going to teach again. But those who have done pronunciation classes with me earlier, chanting classes with me earlier, you cannot escape this. You should know this by now. Krishnan Narayanam Vande, Krishnan Vande Vrajapriyam, Krishnan Dvaipayanam Vande, Krishnan Vande Prathasutam. Pushpaji, Beenaji. Satchidanandarupaya Vishwotpatyadi Hetave. Correction is there. Hatave is written. Hetave, you should make a correction.
सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे
सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे
तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः.
तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः
तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः
सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः
सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः.
Very good. Satchidanandarupaya Vishwotpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha. Vayam Numaha. Anuswaras Nakara has happened. Vani, Lata Kartik. Ramapati Padam Bhoja Parispurati Manasam.
रमापति पदां भोज
Pada, the alpa pran.
रमापति पदां भोज परिस्फुरति मानसम्
रमापति पदां भोज
Bho, Mahaprana.
रमापति पदां भोज परिस्फुरति मानसं
Sphu, ph.
परिस्फुरति मानसं.
Correct. Senapati Vande Vishwaksenan Nirantaram. Senan Anuswaras na.
सेनापतिम् अहं वन्दे विश्वक्सेनं निरन्तरम्
Senan nirantar anuswaras na.
सेनापतिम् अहं वन्दे विश्वक्सेनं निरन्तरम्
So we need not separate aham, keep it together. Senapati maham vande.
सेनापतिमहं वन्दे विश्वक्सेनं निरन्तरम्
सेनापतिम् अहं वन्दे विश्वक्सेनं निरन्तरम्.
So when I just now I told her to keep what? Senapati together. That aha. Senapati maham vande.
सेनापति अहं वन्दे
Senapati maha.
सेनापति महो वन्दे विश्वक्सेनं निरन्तरम्.
Good.
रमापतिपदां भोज परिस्फुरति मानसं सेनापतिम्
Ma and ma half and if join, what will happen? Halanta ma and will come and join, what will happen?
become ma.
Correct. So that's all we are chanting.
सेनापतिम् अहं वन्दे विश्वक्सेनं निरन्तरम्
रमापतिपदां भोज परिस्फुरति मानसं सेनापतिमहं वन्दे विश्वक्सेनं निरन्तरम्. Nirantaram.
Ending of a pada, ending of the shloka will always be a ma. All other anuswaras will follow the rule on which varga they come from accordingly. Like Ganga, ga comes in ka varga, ka, ka, ga, ga. So anuswara will come. Ghanta, anda, pinda, brahmanda. Da comes in Murdhani varga, ta, tha, da, dha, na. So anuswara will become ana invariably over there. But anta, ta. So ta is in a this dental varga. So ta, tha, da, dha, na. So we say anta. We don't say amta. We don't say anta. So there is a rule for all this. So if you start paying attention, slowly you will get. We have got 18,000 verses to do. There is no need of audio correction. By the time we are chanting it, slowly you will get. These are all just teething problems. It is only a second class. Not to worry. Slowly we will get into it. Ramapati padam bhoja parispurati manasam Senapati maham vande vishwaksenam nirantaram. Nandini ji, Lakshmi ji. Prahlada Narada Parashara Pundarika. There is no la over there. It is la only. Prahlada Narada Parashara Pundarika.
Prahlada Narada Parashara Pundarika.
Prahlada Narada Parashara Pundarika.
Vyasambarisha Shuka Shaunaka Bhishma Dalbhyan.
Vyasa Ambarisha Shuka Shaunaka Bhishma Dalbhyan.
Vyasambarisha Shuka Shaunaka Bhishma Dalbhyan.
Rukmangada Arjuna Vasishtha Vibhishanadi.
Rukmangada Arjuna Vasishtha Vibhishanadi.
Rukmangada Arjuna Vasishta Bhishma. Rukmangada Arjuna Vasishta Vibhishanadin.
So that Rukmangada Arjuna we can combine instead of making separate Arjuna. Rukmangada Arjuna Vasishtha Vibhishanadi.
Rukmangada Arjuna Vasishtha Vibhishanadi.
रुक्माङ्गदार्जुनवसिष्ठविभीषणादीन्
पुण्यानि मान् परमभागवतान् स्मरामि
पुण्यानि मान परमभागवतान् स्मरामि
See, punyan iman, halantana only. Then if you make that na full, aparama, means as if they are not great. We are saying these great Bhagavatacharyas I am remembering, but aparama is happening. So we have to not make any halanta with the provide to it, and what is provided, remove that as we like, will change the meaning. Punyani man parama bhagavatan smarami.
पुण्यानि मान
Very-
परमभागवतान् स्मरामि
So there is no anuswara for the Bhagavatan Smarami.
No, there is no anuswara.
Okay.
It is Bhagavatan is the word.
Okay, thank you. Punyani man Paramabhagavatan Smarami.
Prahlada Narada Parashara Pundarika Vyasambarish Shuka Shaunaka Bhishma Dalbhyan.
प्रह्लाद नारद पराशर पुण्डरीक व्यासंबरीश शुक शौनक भीष्मदाल्भ्यान्
Prahlada Narada Parashara Pundarika Vyasambarisha Vyasambarisha Shuka Shaunaka Bhishma Dalbhyan.
Rukmangadarjuna Vasishta Vibhishanadin Punyani man Parama Bhagavatan Smarami.
रुक्मांगदार्जुन वसिष्ठ विभीषणादीन् पुण्यानि मान् परम भागवतान् स्मरामि
Rukmangadarjuna Vasishta Vibhishanadin Punyani man Parama Bhagavatan Smarami.
Full verse. Smarami. Rasva sound. Lakshmi ji.
Smarami.
प्रह्लाद नारद पराशर पुण्डरीक व्यासंबरीश शुक शौनक भीष्मदाल्भ्यान्
Bhya. Mahaprana.
प्रह्लाद नारद पराशर पुण्डरीक व्यासंबरीश शुक शौनक भीष्मदाल्भ्यान् रुक्मांगदार्जुन वसिष्ठ विभीषणादीन् पुण्यानि मान् परम भागवतान् स्मरामि
Prahlada Narada Parashara Pundarika Vyasambarisha Shuka Shaunaka Bhishma Dalbhyan Rukmangadarjuna Vasishta Vibhishanadin Punyani man Parama Bhagavatan Smarami.
Very good. Prahlada Narada Parashara Pundarika Vyasambarisha Shuka Shaunaka Bhishma Dalbhyan Rukmangadarjuna Vasishta Vibhishanadin Punyani man Parama Bhagavatan Smarami. Radha Krishnan ji, Harini ji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Janmadyasya yatonvayaditaratah
Janmadyasya yadonyadi.
yatonvayaditaratah.
Yadonvayaditaratah.
Start again. Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaratah.
Janmadyasya yadonvaditaratah.
No.
Vayaditaratah. Yeah. Janmadyasya yadonvayaditaratah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hariniji.
No, I got confused. What I have written and what you're saying is totally different. Just I
Janmadhyasya.
translated it from this one.
No, where is the PDF which I shared? Open that, no?
Yeah.
Read from that.
Yeah.
Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaratah.
Janmadyasya yaton vayad
Yatonvayaditaratah.
Sorry, I will next time I will do that. I
Okay,
need to
fine.
note down. Sorry.
Fine, doesn't matter. Okay, so Radha Krishnanji,
Yes.
and okay, Lakshmi ji has a, okay, Lakshmi ji, please come. Lakshmi, only Lakshmi is written, so I don't know the initial. Please come. The one who had raised hand now. Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaratah.
जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतः
Shall I say? Janmadyasya yadonvayaditaratah.
Dr. Vashi, you're on mute.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Chartheshvabhidyasvarat.
Charteshvabhinyaswarat.
No. Lakshmi ji, charthe. Shakara has gone. Itarataha. We have made a visarga. Out of that sha, the sandhi has opened. Shakara has become the visarga. Now what remains is chartheshva. Chartheshvabhidyasvarat. Harini ji, please go on mute.
चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट्
Tene brahmhridaya adikavaye.
Tene brahmahridaya adikavaye.
तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये
Muhyanti yatsurayaha.
Muhyanti yatsurayah.
मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः
Tejo vari mrudayatha vinimayaha.
Tejo varimrita yada vinimayah.
Yatha, Mahaprana.
Tejo varimridam yatha vinimayah.
Sorry. Tejo vari mrudai yatha.
Oh. Tejo varimridam yada Tejo varimridam yatha vinimayah.
तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयः
Yatra trisargo mrusha.
Yatra trisargo mrisha.
यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा
Dhamna svena sada nirastakuhakam.
Dhamna svena sada nirastakuhakam.
धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकम्
Satyam parandhimahi.
Satyam सत्यं परं धीमहि
सत्यं परं धीमहि
जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतः चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः
जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतः
चार्थेष्व
चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट्
महाप्राण
चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय तेने ब्रह्महृदाय
Hridaya is not the double, no, double ya is not. Hridaya adi, hridaya.
हृदाय तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः
Very good.
जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतः चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः
तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयः यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि
तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयः यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि
तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयः यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि
Go for the full verse.
जन्माद्यस्य यदोन्वयादितरतः चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमय तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयः यत्र विसर्गो मृषा यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि
Very good. Excellent.
Thank you.
जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतः चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयः यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि
Excellent. जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतः चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयः यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं Satyam Parandhimahi. I think we will have to stop over here. It's an ambitious project to complete all Dhyana Shlokas today, I think. So we have anyways exceeded the time, but we are going to stop. What happens is, whenever a Bhagavad Saptaha starts, it doesn't start with what we have started, like reading Mahatmyam. Mahatmyam is done on the previous day of the Bhagavad Saptaha, on the eve, and all these 6 chapters of Mahatmyam is chanted. And what shlok now we are doing, this mantra Janmadhyasya, that is the first mantra of the first chapter of the first skanda. So Bhagavatam starts with this particular mantra. So it's all going to get beautiful and very, very sweet later. Now it is all our teething problem. Please remain muted, because it's a real nuisance when you stay unmuted like this. Always be very careful not to create any nuisance. So hold on. Sometimes the pronunciation is going to get tough. Sometimes we don't know what is a sandhi. Sometimes we don't know what is anuswar. Whatever it is, we are in the class because we don't know. If we know, then why we'll be in the class, correct? And this is a very ambitious project. 18,000 mantras to learn is a very ambitious project. To do 700 verses of Gita, we've taken some time. So we have to remember that we have come in a zone where it is our relationship with Krishna, and that doesn't have any difficulty. So by the time the chapters progress, by the time we go in deep, slowly, eventually, you all will learn like a pro. This I guarantee. Initial, don't get dejected and drop down of the class. Hold on to this difficulty that you are facing. You will overcome this. Without overcoming this difficulty, don't go. Otherwise, it will remain like that only as a difficulty. Right now, I thought we are doing completing Dhyana Shloka today. It is taking time. Let it take time. What is the rush to finish? Every moment is remembrance of Lord. Every moment is His Amrita. So whether we read, when we will reach 12th canto or 10th canto, why? We are now over here on this page, this itself is Amrit. So hold on to this feeling that whatever you are doing now is Amrit. So don't hold this feeling, oh, I don't know, I'll have to go. If you were knowing, you would not be over here, right? So let it be difficult, doesn't matter. Difficulty is only for first 2-3 classes, then it will go. Next week, what we will do, we will continue the reading of that Sutta Uvacha. We will take the few verses and then we will come back to Dhyanam. So you will also feel that the chapter is also progressing, and one side we are doing the Dhyanam also, because this will take few weeks and then we will forget what we have learned the first 8 months. So we have to keep both going simultaneously and progressing. Okay. Any questions of what we have done? 3 verses from Mahatmyam and this first page of Dhyana Shloka. Any queries? Any questions? Any doubts? None? Okay. So Parvati Ammaji.
Sorry. See, the first one, that is Krishnan, you said first. Krishnan Narayanam Vande. Krishnam Vande Vrajapriyam. So first is Krishnan Narayanam Vande, then Krishnam Vande. How we will understand this?
Okay, very, very, very genuine question. So how we say ka kha ga gha na, that you know?
In Hindi I know.
Hindi you know. Cha cha ja ja, ta tha da dha. Say the ta varga. Say the ta varga.
Ta tha da tha na.
Correct. So ta tha da dha na. The 5th one is called as Anunasik.
Oh. Okay.
Ka kha ga gha na. So na is Anunasik. Cha cha ja ja nya. Nya is Anunasik. It's a nasal tone. Ta tha da dha na. Na is a Anunasik. Ta tha da dha na and pa pha ba bha ma. Okay. So this fifth alphabet is called as Anunasik.
Okay, okay.
So now, when then that particular vargas, any alphabet comes after the Anuswara, that vargas Anuswara it will become.
Oh, acha, acha.
For example, when I say Amba, first when I say Amba, why did I say Amba? Why didn't I say Anba? Because ba comes in which varga? Pa varga. Pa, pa, ba, bha. What is the Anunasik? What is the Anunasik of pa varga? Ma. So it has become Amba. Okay. Now I said Ganga. So Ganga, why didn't I say Ganga like Amba? Why didn't I say Ganga? Now Ga comes in which varga? Ga comes in ka varga. Ka, kha, ga, gha, ng. Ng should come. So it is not n. So we sing ng and we say Ganga. We don't say Ganga. We don't say Ganga. We say Ganga. Okay. So now this is the rule. What alphabet is coming after Anuswara? The previous Anuswara takes that varga's Anunasika to pronounce. Is this clear?
Oh, yes.
Clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So now you come to this Krishnam and Narayana. So now we don't say Krishnam Narayana because Narayana itself, that na is in that ta varga. So that itself is an Anunasika. So it has become Krishnan Narayana. Clear? Okay. So now all this rule is very easy when it is a Vargiya Vyanjana. That is ka, cha, ta, ta. There is a classification. After this, what happens? It is called as Avargiya Vyanjana. Avargiya Vyanjana is what? Ya, ra, la, va, sha, sha, sa, ha. Okay. So this is not having a varga like ka varga, cha varga, ta varga.
Yes.
What is a ka varga, cha varga? Ka comes from the guttural, cha comes from the palate, ta comes from the murdhani, ta comes from the dental, pa comes from the lips. Like pa, without touching the lip, you cannot say pa. So if I have to say pa, I have to touch the lip. Pa. Try touch without touching. Say pa without touching the lip. Cannot come. We have to touch the lip. So it is oshtya. Without touching the tongue to the roof of the palate, you cannot say ghanta.
Yeah.
Because it is a murdhani sound. So this is called Vargiya Vyanjana, where the tongue is touching, that's how they are classified. But in Avargiya Vyanjana, it is not so. So this yara, lava, shasha, sa, these 8 alphabets, in that, wherever the ya comes, the Anuswara will become nya. And wherever the la comes, the Anuswara will become la. And all the other 6 will have wa Anuswara. So when Krishnam Vande is coming, wa comes in this yara level. So the Anuswara is becoming wa over there. Vande, Krishnam Vande.
Okay.
See, in the first class, when I will tell so much grammar, all of you will run away. So in the first class, what we have to do? We have to just listen and repeat the sound of the teacher. Then slowly it will dawn. Okay, now you had a question. So definitely there is an answer for this. Okay. But those who have not understood what I have spoken, please don't worry at all. Eventually, slowly, when we get deeper, all the rules I will tell. Starting itself, if I will say, it's going to be little difficult. But for Gita class, we don't have time. For Gita class, first we say the rule. Vishnu Sahasranama, we can't afford. We say the rule. Bhagavatam, we have 17,000 verses to learn the rule. So slowly we will get into. First of all, that pressure, oh, Bhagavatam we are doing. Then the second pressure, this Sanskrit. Then on top of that, the rule will come also means it will not stand. Okay. So go slow, just enjoy, don't worry. And do you know how, do you know how to raise the hand?
I understood now. I understood.
So you have to raise that. Yeah. So you have correct. So you have to raise that. And, okay. Any more questions, my pleasure? Any more questions? Done. So let us end this.
This is Lakshmi.
Sorry,
I raised my hand. I have a quick question for you. So in our verse learning, I'm looking at verse number, for example, verse number 7. not the Dhyana Shloka, but verse number 7. You taught us with Pada Chedam, I mean the Chedam, right? Pada Chedam, you taught us as 4 bhagas. Are we okay to chant like this? Shreya Sanyad Bhavet Shreyah Pavananancha Pavanam Krishna Praptikaram
this is not a, it is not wrong
Second
to
one, can I
chant
mix?
that way. This is not wrong to chant, but because we have kept the tune like that, we have following one tune. So we are breaking the pada over here also.
No, I'm asking you.
Sutamasinam.
My question was not about. So right now, first one, I said Yad Bhavet Shreyah. Without pausing, I just said like quick break and then went to Pavananam. But for the next line, instead of saying Shashwat Sadhanam, can I continue say Shashwat Sadhanam Tadvadadhuna? You see my question?
Not Shashwat.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Shashwat
See, there is no
Sadhanam.
problem there is no problem in continuing like that also. There is no problem.
The previous line, like
no
some
problem,
other places.
Even if whether you break the pada or you don't break the pada, it doesn't matter at all.
Okay.
When you will go into the Kerala way of chanting, there is not this tune. There is elaboration, and it goes like a prose reading, and the way it goes is at a different. So again, we have selected this tune. It can be any other tune.
My question is not about tune. My question is not about tune. I just said it in what tune came to my mind, but I'm talking about the breaking.
The tune will come as that breaking. If we are not breaking,
I see.
The tune is different.
Okay.
When we are breaking, the tune is different.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So whatever we read, just make sure we read clearly. That
yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Veena, you had something to ask.
Varsha, can you do that Dhyana Shloka, the Prahlada Narada, that stanza? How does Vyasambarisha come? Is it Vyasambarisha or Vyasambarisha?
Prahlada Narada Parashara Pundari Vyasambarisha.
Okay, and the next line?
Shukashaunaka Bhishma Dalgan Rukman Gadarjuna. There we have combined Gadarjuna.
So it's Darjuna. Okay.
Yeah. Because this site has loads of mistakes, but this site only has these Dhyana Shlokas. So we have to take the order and correct it.
So Varshaji, on that same one, when I was chanting also, I had the same question. So in the Sanskrit printout you gave, it says Vyasa Ambarisha. So
we are going to have to combine. There is a lot of spelling mistake. This is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
There are a lot of spelling mistakes. So we will combine it as like Narayana's ear was missing, Hetave's he was missing, and all the Anuswaras have become Halantama, which is not a correct Sanskrit. Halantama will come only when the swara is going to be the next word. So like that, there are mistakes into it.
So this is just an extra that was written there, correct? Okay, thank you.
Any more questions? All doubts cleared? Okay, Lakshmiji's hand was raised. That is clear. Okay, all done. Fine. So now let's end our session. Keep your spine straight. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in. Hold it there. Oh. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Hari Om, everybody. See you all next week. Hari Om.
Thank you. Thank
Hari
you.
Om, Hari Om. Thank you.
Hari Om and thank you.
Hari Om Varsaji.
Hari Om Ji.
Thank you, Varshji.
Hari Om Varshaji.
Thank you. Hari Om.
Hari.
Varsaji.
Thank you, Varshaji. Thank you.
Thank you. Hari Om.
Amma, I want to ask you one doubt. In that, what is this? Satchidananda Rupaya Vishwotpatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayan Numaha. Right? Why it is Numaha? Means what?
Numaha means, Vayam means we all. Numaha means we offer namaskara.
Then why
We
it is
offer,
not Namaha?
there is a word formation like that. So
Okay. That's what. Okay. Right.
that is a word formation.
Thanks, Ma.
Vayam. My
Hari
pleasure.
Om, Ma.
Hari Om, my dear child. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Right.
Okay. Done.
Hari Om Varshji. Thank you.
My pleasure. Hari Om Ji. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Varsha. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you, Ji.
Hari Om, ma'am.
Hari Om. Who is this with Sharda Ji?
Yeah, my friend's son, Ma.
Hari Om.
Oh. Hey, Hari Om Srivas. Where were you? I didn't see you for chanting.
Today he
Who's with
came
you?
actually as a guest, so that's why I make him to sit and listen to this.
Very good. What's your name, my dear child?
Naga. Naga.
Naga?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you, Naga?
10.
7. 7?
10.
10. Okay. Good. Okay, so now let's end this session. I see another one in Bantamare. How old are you, my dear child?
Ma'am, 11 years old.
11. What's your name?
Ovia, ma'am.
Uvia?
Yes.
Okay. Next week when you join, you raise your hands, keep your camera on. So initially all the kids chant. So when I ask if any child is remaining, any young adults are there, I must see the kids.
Okay.
Good to see you. See you here. Okay. I think now I can end this session. I can just check the messages. Okay. All that's done. Hari Om, everybody.